and subscribers. This is your host Ram, welcoming you to your daily cricket show. Well, I'm here on YouTube with you, dear friends and subscribers. And today, as far as today's cricket show goes, it's going to be India, the Indian bowlers. Put a really a third or fourth string Australian team, the Cricket Australia 11, where the Cricket Australia 11 started dictating terms to the Indian bowlers, with the Cricket 11 totting up 356 for 6 at the end of the third day. Best chance in Australia, with the bowlers taking a lot of wickets, because the way the Indians bowled, especially considering that these are the bowlers or will be on duty in the first test match, it really was sorry to see that the Indian bowlers getting a real pounding at the hands of the Cricket Australian 11. So does it ring a bell? Well, one has to wait, and one has to really wait and see what really comes up. Well, so that is one thing that I will be having a brief look and definitely talking about it. Other than that, what I have for you is Bangladesh actually on the first day of the second test against the West Indies had a very good toss to win, because the reason I say the toss is good to win, to turn from day one, and Bangladesh finished at 259 for 5. Shadman Islam, the young opener, made his debut and also made this opening debut in a wonderful manner, as he got a maiden 50 on his debut, as he ended up with 70 odd runs. And then the team, the other thing that we'll look at on this daily cricket show is the Sri Lanka has been announced to take on New Zealand in the Test series in New Zealand, and which is going to happen in the month of December. And Lahiru Tiramane has won a comeback into the Sri Lankan team, and also Nuwan Pradeep, for a long time not seen, is back in Sri Lanka. Had some cricket news, and especially a cricket news which is coming in from the T10 League, which is happening in the United Arab Emirates, with a knock of 84, came at a screeching pace of just 24 deliveries. And T10 is really getting T10 League in is really getting hot, one could say. Well, but pardon me for my voice. Probably my voice quality is not very good today. Sorry about it. And so that is something. That will be having a look. So first, let me head towards the Cricket Australia 11 versus. And as I told, it was all about, one was probably looking forward to see as to how the Indian bowlers fared. I have to say that the Indian bowlers fared very dismal manner. I'm sorry to say that, but they definitely did not do any justice to themselves, as the Australia 11 run shy of the Indian total of 358. They finished at 356 for 6. And first we'll have a look at the scores here as far as the Cricket Australia 11 is concerned. DRC Sharder did a wonderful job, scoring 74, which in 11 boundaries. Bryant made 62 with 9 fours and 1, because India waiting to it was Mohammad Tiktu, and the shot was caught by Pant of the bowling Mohammad Sami. Bryant made 62 with 9 boundaries. Carter 38 with 2 boundaries. 35 4 boundaries. Uppal was not out, run out for 5. Nielsen not out 50, 64 boundaries. Everyone got a hit there. Hardy, the all-rounder who already shown with the ball, as you know, on the previous game when Indians were batting. And he also showed his batting exploits as an unbeaten 69 with 8 fours and 1 6, 356 for 6. Now, if you look at the bowling, Mohammad Shami, 18 overs, 2 men, 67 runs and 3 wickets, was the most successful. Umesh Yadav, 22 overs, 4 men, 1 for 81. Ishan Sharma, 16 overs, 2 men, 1 for 57. Ashwin, 24 overs, 5 men, 1 for 63. Jadeja, 11 overs, 2 men, 1 for 37. Vihari, 9 overs, 2 men, 1 for 33. Virat Kohli, 2 overs, 1 for 6. Now, one thing that one has to see here is that a lot of things have been told about Indian pace attack being very lethal, and India holds a good chance since their bowling attack, the pace attack is very good and is capable of picking up a lot of wickets. But this particular game that has happened, does it really leave a question mark as to how India is going to perform? And not only that, as far as the bowling is concerned, I would say 100 marks, 0 marks to Indians and 100 marks to this Cricket Australian 11, which performed admirably. Now, the other thing that one has to notice here, that India also have an injury problem on the eve of the first test. Prithvi Shaw, trying to take a catch on the boundary line, actually tripped, and he actually did a lot of damage to his ankle, and I'm told he was on crutches, and he's a really very doubtful customer for the first test. So that really makes it a problem, or probably gives a chance to a very lucky Rahul to open the innings with Murali Vijay. That remains to be seen, or whether it is going to be Shikhar Dhawan. But very sad that Prithvi Shaw, who already has made his mark in the international arena, has to suffer such a fate. So that is not good news as far as the first test match is concerned. So now we have a look at the Bangladesh's performance on the first day's play in the second test match. As I said, it was a very good toss to win for Bangladesh, and rightly so they elected to bat because they know that the pitch was going to probably turn, and I thought West Indies will once again be caught on a last day pitch to negotiate this very spinners. So for Bangladesh, Shadman Islam, who opened the batting, and he was making his test debut, did a wonderful turn for himself. He showed how he could really build an innings, which was very good to see. And he also played some nice strokes as well on the offside, especially through the cover region, the point region, and he was a picture perfect play, which also got him his maiden 50 on his test debut, and finally he ended up with 76 to his name with 6 fours. So that's he definitely taking the opportunity with both hands in the absence of Imrul Case. Soumya Sarkar contributed 19 with not a single boundary, and he was the first to go, caught by Hope on the bowling of Chase. And talking about the dismissal, it was not a good shot at all from Soumya Sarkar. The ball was tossed up, and Soumya Sarkar was lured into the drive. The ball took the edge and went into the hands of the slip fielder, which was Shai Hope. Mominul Haq's contribution was 29 with 2 boundaries. So basically, after losing the early wicket of Soumya Sarkar, pushed on the score to 87 with Shadman Islam and Mominul Haq at the crease. But then Mominul Haq next, he was the next to go. This was a ball which was outside the off stump from Kemar Roche. and Mominul Haq was trying to pull the delivery. The ball took the top edge. Long on chase came into the picture, and that was the end of Mominul Haq out for 29 with 2 boundaries. Mohammad Mithun contributed 29 with no boundaries or no six. Mohammad Mithun. And now Mohammad Mithun, as he has been sort of a bunny rabbit for the Bangladesh leg spinner Devendra Bishu, as we have seen, that every time Mohammad Mithun has been falling a victim to the right arm leggy, Bishu. He was gone for 29. And Shadman Islam, in fact, if you look at Mohammad Mithun's dismissal, it was a googly, which completely was missed upon by Mohammad Mithun, and he was clean bowled. As far as Shadman Islam was concerned, got to his 50 and also made 76. He was looking good for a century, but Bishu from round the wicket forced him to play down the wrong line, and he was gone LBW. But a very good debut for Shadman Islam, looked very impressive, 76 with 6 boundaries. Mushfiqur Rahim. Now, Mushfiqur Rahim, when I've seen that he's having a real challenge about the ball which is slanted across him, which actually slanted across his body, and the ball actually jagged in from Sherman Lewis, the bowler, and Sherman Lewis cleaned him up by going through his defenses. It was a very quick delivery, which swung back in sharply, and totally his stumps were spread eagled by Sherman Lewis. So Mushfiqur Rahim was got bowled by Lewis for 14, and finally it was left to the posty session, where definitely West Indies were doing well when they got Mushfiqur Rahim's wicket with the score on 190 for 5. From 190 for 5, the recovery was staged by the stalwarts, as one would call them. One was Shakib al Hassan and Mahmudullah, who really played the I would say played the perfect innings, and saw to it that they did not lose any wicket in the post-T session, and took the Bangladesh team to the respectability of 259 for 5 at close on the first day of the second test. Shakib Al Hasan was not out on 55 with 1 boundary. Mahmudullah was not out on 31 with 1 boundary. And that was the situation, 259 for 5. Kemar Roach, who had to really shoulder the burden of the suspended Shannon Gabriel, 1 minute and 1 for 38. I thought he bowled a good spell there. Sherman Lewis was impressive. Toller was 1 minute 1 for 35. Roston Chase, 21 for 61. John Wadi also did a good minute for 46. Devendra Bishu got those 2 wickets pretty early on. 90 overs, 1 minute for 69. 4 overs, none for 8 for Craig Bathwaite. So that was the match that Bangladesh and West Indies were concerned. Now, we have a look at some as I was talking to you about the Sri Lankan team for series against New Zealand, and looking at the team, there have been comebacks for Lairu always been, as you know, as you would remember, Ramane, when he came into the picture, his strokes, he was compared to Sangakkara with his wonderful style of stroke making. So he comes back in the picture here. So Lairu Thirimane, and as you know, the selectors, he has recommended that, and Lairu Thirimane comes back to strengthen Pradeep, who has not been Sri Lankan cricket, is also back. So that's really good to see. And also, there is the wicketkeeper batsman Sadira Samaravikrama, who has been taken into this 17 squad, which has been 17 Pradeep business. And Nuwan Pradeep, as you know, he's not played a test for over a year. So it is good to see that he would be partnering Suranga Lakmal. Suranga Lakmal has been finding it difficult to really carry on. Nobody for him actually bowling in tandem. So definitely that is something that Lakmal is looking out for, which will really make a very good thing. Well, other than that, the Sri Lankan Test squad consists of Dinesh Chandimal will be captaining the side, Dimit Karunaratne, Kushal Mendes, Dhananjay De Silva, into the Matthew Roshan Silva, Niroshan Tikmala, Danisha Guntilaka, who, despite all his problems that he's having with the Sri Lankan cricket authorities, is back into the team. Raivu Tirimani, Sadira Samara Vikrama, Dilruwan, Pereira Lakshan Sandak, and Suranga Lakmal, Nuwan Pradeep, Kusan Rajita, Lahiru Kumara, the pace bowler, Dushmanta Chamira, another pace bowler. So on New Zealand pitches, as you know, it will have a lot of pace and bounce as well, and it will be interesting to see how the Sri Lankans go. Now, the other than that, we'll have a look at news now. As far as cricket news is concerned, the one news that I would like to say is, in the year 2018 saw Ireland and Afghanistan getting test status. So both the teams would be cleared in the month of March 2019. So that will be a sort of an official test match, the first official test match that both the teams will be playing against each other. We are talking about the T10 Super. This was a match which was played between Bengal Tigers and Bengal Tigers, who made 123. Jonathan Bairstow, who was representing Kerala, went on to blast 84 of just 20 with 8 sixes and 6 mighty strikes, enabled the target odd overs. So that was something that I wanted to share with you, dear fans, and see whether there is any other cricket that I can talk to you. Well, I don't really. It's about time for me to wind up on this today. Hope you all liked it, and look forward to your company tomorrow on this daily cricket show of mine. And this is your host Ram signing off. Thank you.